Hey, what's happening? And welcome to Wes's Smokehouse Barbecue, where we do barbecue right, y'all. Right. Today, hey, doing pork belly burn-ins. Burn-ins. We're doing pork belly burn-ins. And check this pork belly out. This thing is humongous. And I'm gonna just cube this bad boy up. I'm gonna create a little marinade, which I'm gonna let this soak in for about 24 hours. And then we're gonna put it in the smoker with some apple wood chips. And we're gonna do some burn-ins. These are gonna taste so good. And I got a little marinade that I'm gonna make and kind of soak them in some marinade for a little while so that they take on that flavor. This is gonna be awesome. So let's get to it. So, some burn-ins. So first I gotta cube them up, right? So just gonna cut it into some strips. Had to get my big cutting board for this one. About a half-inch thick is what I'm cutting it. About a half-inch thick. And first I'm gonna cut it into strips, and then I'm gonna cube it. Thing's bigger than my cutting board, so it's kind of coming off the back of the cutting board. These are gonna be so good. Look like big thick pieces of bacon, y'all. Look at that. Big thick piece of bacon. I just wanna fry it and eat it. But it's gonna be much better as a burn-in. If you never had pork belly burn-ins before, a little taste of heaven, y'all. It's gonna be so good. So I didn't tell you what I've done with this pork belly is that I've had this pork belly in a brine with brown sugar, salt for the last 2.5 days. It's been sitting in a brine. So all of that flavor from there is also going to be in the pork belly. It's going to be so good. Almost there. What I'll do is I'll cube it up and then I'll show you at the end how I'm going to cube it. So I'm just going to cut it into little strips, cube it right down each one of these, and we're going to cube it up, and when we get to that point I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. So I've cubed it, and I don't want you to have to sit there and watch me cube it all because it made that much, y'all. And I want to just grab a little cube here, one of these perfect nice little size cubes. And this is the size of the cube that I want, that I made them into, which is gonna make these beautiful, tasty, candy type burn-ins. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a marinade. And we're gonna cover with marinade, and we're going to make sure that we have all our seasoning on it and we're ready to go. First, I forgot brown sugar. That's gonna go on at the very end. So what I'm gonna do is take some rice vinegar, about 2 tablespoons. A little soy sauce, same thing, about 2 tablespoons, equal parts. Also, I have some of this Thai peanut butter sauce, Thai peanut sauce. Woohoo, this is gonna be good. Smells good. I'm gonna put about 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of that. And we're gonna put a little honey barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's. I really like Stubbs Sticky Sweet, but for the marinade, I'm gonna use Sweet Baby Ray's, and then I'm gonna use some Stubbs to top it off after the Sticky Sweet, which is really good. And then finally, some honey. And again, I would say about 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey. All right, we're gonna mix this up real good. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to just get kind of a coating. It's not gonna like be sitting in this thick sauce. It's just gonna be we wanna get a nice coating on it. So it's gonna hold on to the seasoning and at the same time marinate these burn-ins, pork belly. So here, see what we got here? So we have a nice, good sauce here that we can now take, and we're gonna, in fact, let me pull this over here so you can see. All right, nice sauce, and we're gonna just pour over the burnt ends. And then just gonna mix it up so that all the burnt ends get a little taste, you know what I'm saying? All the burnt ends get a little taste. Nice. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right. All the pieces got some nice marinade on it. And then we're going to, I'm gonna wipe my hands because it's slippery. I'm gonna put some maple bacon seasoning on here. Maple bacon. You can smell the maple. These are gonna be like candy. I'm just gonna put it liberally because there's some pieces underneath which I'm gonna kind of toss lightly in order to make sure that these all get some. All right. And then we're gonna go with the garlic salt. My go-to. Always a little garlic. Never hurt you. Keeps you healthy. All right. And lastly, but not lastly, but next, little Stubbs pork rub. Stubbs pork rub. Really love this stuff. Really, really, really good for pork. Gives it a great flavor, nice color. What's nice is the rub is actually gonna grab onto this seasoning and it's gonna hold it so it doesn't fall off, especially when we put it on the smoker. I'm gonna use some apple wood chips, maybe a little hickory, just to give it a little bit of a taste. I'm actually, you know what, now that I think about it, I might use some pecan wood chips, give it a little woody flavor, which would be really nice. Okay, liberally with that. And then lastly but not least, the brown sugar. It's gonna be like candy. Just gonna spread it around a little bit, make sure that brown sugar's everywhere. And I'm gonna let this is gonna sit on here for overnight. So at least 8 hours or so. It's gonna sit on here and it's just gonna flake into the meat. It's gonna get right into this meat and it's gonna be fabulous. There you go. I'm just gonna wrap it. Until time to put them on the smoker. I'm gonna use a little rack and I'm gonna put them on the smoker probably at about 225 for about 3 hours. Some nice smoke coming up on them. Then we'll check them and we'll see where they're at. And if we need to cool, we'll go longer. We want to get these to be about an internal temperature of about 199 so that they're pull apart. All right, so we'll see you at the smoker. Thanks for coming on the journey with me, but we ain't done yet. Pork belly burn-ins, y'all. We'll see you soon. I just want to give you a look at these burn-ins. Look at these things coming around perfectly, beautiful, really golden, brown. They're gonna be like candy. And here we are, here are the burn-ins, but we're not done yet. We still gotta doctor them up a little bit, and then we're gonna put them back on the grill. These things are gonna be phenomenal. Look at these. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks for coming on a journey with me. God bless you. We'll see you next time.